Hey everyone, Vintage Vinny here. Welcome to another haul video. Everything I'm going to be sharing with you today came from shops that were in the Winchester, Stevens City, Virginia area. So after my dentist appointment on Friday, I decided I wanted to go out to the Winchester area because it had been almost a year since I had been last. Applejack's Resale, Precious Treasures, aka the Flea Market, Main Street Classics, and Sophia's Thrift Store are the places I went. I didn't find a whole lot at each store. Sometimes it's like that. There's another place that's called, I think it's called like the Black Shutter Antiques. I went in there and I got that really cool champagne glass lamp with the lady in it. I bought the lamp there. The rest of the stuff in that store I felt was a little bit more expensive or like priced right where it should be, like prices I would get at my live sales or online. That lamp I felt was definitely worth the $60 I paid for it because it's different. It's not something you just see out and about. So that's why I went ahead and bought that the one time I went there. I would probably, I don't know if I would go back there again because the prices were just a little too much for me for what I could do with any of it, aside from that lamp, because that lamp was really unique. Anyway, so these are the 4 items that I got at the Applejack's Resale. It's a small store. It's not very big. You can find some things in there. Some of the people do know what they have and they price it accordingly, or they just have it priced slightly under the retail value, which is good because they're not asking directly what people online are, because you can't get online prices in a flea market space, antique booth, wherever. But anywho, I did spend $16.95 on everything that you are looking at right here. The vast majority of that $16 was this Tommy Hilfiger, or Tommy by Tommy Hilfiger cologne spray. I did pay $9 for it. I opened it up to see what it smelled like, and it's nothing like the stuff I have. At Marshall's, long story short, a few years ago, we had a scent called Into the Surf by Tommy Hilfiger, and I really like that stuff. So I saw this inexpensively, and I wasn't sure if it was men's or women's because I don't know if you all were able to see it or not, but it does say Eau de Toilette on there, and Eau de Toilette can be men's or women's. It just depends on the scent. It's a little too, I would say, musky for me. I don't like that kind of stuff. So I am going to sell that. I think I can probably get about 30 to 35 bucks for that, even though I did open it just to smell it. And I did do like one little spritz too to get an idea of the scent. But I still think I can probably get about $30 to $35 for that. So I will be listing that for sure. I thought this was really cool. This is one of those wall lamps. It's got a rooster on it, black. And I don't think there's a maker's mark or anything on it. But I thought that was really cool. I know that there are people who do like their roosters. And this would just be great to have as like a, almost like a nightlight kind of a thing. Does that make sense? Like all the lights are shut off and then you have that one little light just so you can see into the kitchen but not be completely bright to blind you if you've just gotten up from a deep sleep. Get the idea. This was in a booth that was 75% off. I love old bottles. I might need to clean it up a little bit. It says Reed's on it. I'm not sure if this held medicine or if this was like a food product or something. And I can't make out what that says on the bottom. But that was really cool. Again, 75% off on that. The only item that didn't have a discount was the rooster lamp. And then I found this blue and black like drip pottery planter. Thought that was really, really cool. No maker on it, but definitely had some age. And I know somebody out there is probably going to really want that, so I definitely picked that up. So that's all I got at Applejack's resale. So the next place that I visited was called Precious Treasures, also known as the Flea Market. It's literally right down the road from Applejack's. Didn't spend too much there either. Before tax, I spent $12. I think it was like $12.72 with sales tax. $2 seemed to be the magic number, also $1. This was awesome. This little pink stretch glass vase. No idea who made it. Many companies issued these. So I walked around the whole place. Like right when you walk in, there's a video game cellar. There's some like random boutique-y type things. And then you walk up the ramp to where the other sellers are, and there is a booth with some pillows with like different sports teams on it, handmade stuff. A booth that's got some vintagey stuff. I'm a very like inline person. Does that make any sense? Like maybe it's OCD. Like I look at everything on the left, and then when I'm leaving, I look at everything on the right. I don't know what that is, but you get what I'm trying to say. So I looked at everything on the left and worked my way up, looked at everything that was up and around there. Right when you get to the like back part of the store, there's a dealer that's got like a bunch of baby clothes and men's clothes. Everything's 50% off. They were having clothing sales for $1. A few vintage things mixed in there, but it was lots of kids stuff. And then the very back, like the back end of the store, like you couldn't walk any further. There were like furniture and some other like tchotchkes and stuff. Like these places, there's at least at Precious Treasures, it's flea market junk, some vintage, and then, you know, like a bunch of other stuff mixed in between. So I was able to find this stuff in all that. Actually, these three, I think was it 4? These 5 items came from the same booth. Like I didn't find very much at all in that store. Like it was stuff that I didn't really have a purpose for, was priced right where it should be. Like they had some of the Hazel Atlas sailor glasses, but they wanted $7 a piece for those. And then I was looking for the booths that were running sales. So I found, I mean, these items here were not on sale. This was half off. So again, this was $2 here. These were $1 each. So I was looking for the deals, the different stuff, that kind of thing. So this was really cool. This definitely gives me like 1930s-esque with that design. It is fired on paint. Some of it is coming off like right here. But again, I know somebody out there is going to really like that for spring and summer. I hemmed and hawed about this piece right here, this pottery vase. I was not sure if I should have gotten it or not. Like I said, I put it back on the shelf, and then I was like, you know, I could probably kick myself for not getting that for only $2. So I grabbed that. And then this pottery bowl here was really interesting. It was 50% off. Like I said, it was originally $4, which was already reasonable, and then it was half off, so it was $2. There is not a maker's mark on the bottom anywhere, but love that color. This would be great for summertime, coastal decor. Me and coastal. So I picked that up. And then I found this bird tray here. Very interesting design. It says, it looks like DM Moschendorf, Bavaria. So that was very interesting. This is what I mean by like flea market type items. These are candle, I guess you can call them candle holders. 50 cents a piece for those. We've been burning a lot of candles here lately. I've got a candle stash that y'all would not believe, and we have been burning them like crazy. Just more of an excuse to go find more candles. But yeah, so we cannot find, for whatever reason, our these candle holders. So I saw them at the flea for $1, and I was like, you know what, that's perfect. They're not expensive in the stores, but 50 cents a piece, that's still cheaper than retail. So definitely had to pick those up. Those are for us to use. So that's all I got at the flea market, or Precious Treasures. So after Precious Treasures, I decided to head out to Stephen City. It's about 20 minutes from Winchester. And I went to Main Street Classics. This time I only spent $26.33. And this is what I got, just a couple of items. These were really interesting. I have never seen these before. These are Ricard pitchers. They were made in France. I did look them up. I got them for $20, both of them. It looks like they were trying to get rid of them, so they marked them half. I looked them up in the store. One of them sold for $30. So that's probably what I will list those for. What's interesting is that the spout is much bigger on this one than it is this one. But it's got the same like number right there. Made in France. Very interesting pottery pieces. So those should be available in my eBay store if anyone is interested by the time you see this video. And then the only other thing I got there was this really nice Art Deco vanity set. Definitely older. A little bit of damage here or there, but you know what? This set is probably 90-something years old now. So I'll probably be saving that for a sale that I do with the Old Curiosity Shop, because that is where that stuff tends to sell better. So that's all I got at Main Street Classics. And the last place that I checked out in the Stephen City area is Sophia's thrift store. I did not realize how close it was to Main Street Classics. Like, it's literally 250 feet from it. This place I did spend a little bit more. I spent about $40 on everything that you're looking at here. Actually, there's one other thing that's pretty cool that I didn't get a chance to put on the table because it's kind of big. But let's go ahead and see what we got. This hygiene thing, it's a chafing stick, $3. When I go to places like this, I look for everything. Old, new, stuff we can use. Whatever is, whatever's there. This was really cool. I have not seen a planter quite like this before. Looks like it's a gentleman playing. Either he's using what do they call those things? You use it to shout in. It's not a megaphone. It's just something you just yell into, and the hollowness of it makes your voice echo very far out, whatever that's called. A horn. It says sideshow, so this is probably like a circus type planter kind of a thing. That was very cool. May have to hold on to that. I did find this really nice frosted vase with a bird on it. I think that's probably New Orleans. I've bought other pieces like it before, so I thought that was really neat. And with spring here, this would look great for that. Or if you do like cottage or shabby chic, this would be a phenomenal piece for that. There's no maker's mark, but like I said, I think that this is probably New Orleans. I could be very wrong about that. I do have a thing for the wall pockets. This one was made in Japan. It is a horse head. Now this would look great if you were a collector of horse items, if you're an equestrian, whatever you want, and it does hang on the wall. So if you wanted to, this would make a great piece of decor. I also picked up this cat here. This, I believe, was the tail would have been a pincushion or an air freshener. I can't remember off the top of my head. I've heard people say both. Probably more than likely a pincushion in today's world, because I don't think the tails would have smelled so nice now because it's very old. But people like to collect these too, and I find them inexpensively enough. I pick them up. I did pick up this really awesome lipstick holder. I'm not sure if this was a project piece or not. There's a little bit of a marking like right here, but that might just be from when it was made. But I do know that people like these, so I did pick this up. It looks like it had a little bit of a No, it was just gunk. I'm sorry, it wasn't cracked. But people like those, so anytime I find those, I pick them up. I also found this planter with a bird on it. Love, love, love that. This one says, scouring something nests the artist's barn in Fillmore, California. Love that. I may look that up and see if that has any value. More than likely, it'll just come to a sale, but I always like to look and make sure. Anytime I can find these, I will pick them up if they're inexpensive enough. This one was only $2. It's a Hazel Atlas little creamer. They came in yellow, green, blue, I think red as well. All the different colors of the rainbow. I think I want to try to start finding these and maybe keep them for myself, because I think they're cool. So that was... Oh, no. There's one other thing. This is really cool. I have not seen anything like this before. It's just a car, glass car. And when I looked it up, funny enough, like I did a quick lens search, people were saying that this, or what popped up, was the Avon decanters. And this is definitely not a decanter. I'm going to have to look this up real quick. Like do a little bit more of a thorough investigation on it, but I really liked it because blue is my favorite color. I don't believe that it glows, but it's very different and nothing I've ever seen before. So the only other thing that I picked up, and I saw it in the shelf, and it was in a booth that was just loaded with everything. It had old, new, it was quite amazing, is this awesome anthropomorphic apple teapot. Unfortunately, I just realized that there is a chip on the lid, but you know what? That kind of blends right into it. And there is a little bit of chipping on the spout, but honestly, I think that adds character to it, don't you? I don't think those damages are too significant enough to a point where it still can't be enjoyed. And he's not marked anywhere, but it looks like PY pottery, but or ceramics, but it is definitely not. I do like anthropomorphic things, so when I saw this, and I saw it for the price of only $6, I had it to rescue it, even with its flaws. You know, some things are worth rescuing, even if they do have some damage, because people love them. And, you know, it's old. You know, you can't expect this stuff to be perfect. Now, granted, if this had like a big old chunk out of the lid, I probably would have left it, but I thought he was great. I'm not sure if he'll be going... Oop, that's not even showing. I'm sorry about that. I'm not sure if he'll be going on eBay or not. I'll have to do a little bit more research to see if he's eBay worthy. But yeah, that's basically my haul. It wasn't a whole lot of stuff, but I am happy that I did get some things. And like I said, that all cost me about $40. So I want to thank you all so much for watching today. I hope you all enjoyed the video. Be on the lookout for some of these things at my upcoming sale this Saturday, right before Easter, and I'll have a little bit of a special guest for you all. And you've been asking about her, so she'll be making an appearance at the very beginning of the show. So I hope you all will stay tuned for that. Do check my eBay store. I know this is going up at midnight on Friday, so if you are first of the few viewers to watch it, and you're interested in something that I say is on eBay, more than likely it's going to be there. So definitely go to my eBay store. The link is down below in the description box. Otherwise, keep an eye out for some of these items at my sale on Saturday. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you all in my next video. Bye, guys.